Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is September 10, 2017, and it's 10 p.m. Birmingham. And topic, I'm going to pick up a little bit where I left off and say a little bit more and why I'm saying this. This part is important. Um, and I have to make reference and go back to just prior to the election. Actually, uh, about 8 months prior to the election. This was when Putin had meetings in his parliament and at the UN and was telling America, screaming to America, y'all wake up. You don't know what's about to happen there. You're about to start a war with Russia. And he was speaking about Hillary and Obama. He knew that Obama wanted to create some problems, not that he wanted to win or lose, but he simply wanted to bury America. And Hillary's agenda was the same as Obama. She would have simply been a white Obama. And that's part of the topic. But it's leading into other things. So when I said that we would threaten China, they said, you know what? We got it now. You can leave our country. If we would tell China, we'll kick them out. If they don't take care of North Korea, they'll take care of North Korea, and they'll do it quickly. Believe it or not, it's costing us a lot of money right now to appease, not that we give anything to them, but our readiness for whatever may come out of North Korea. It's costing us billions to do this. And Trump has added another part of our military to beef it up just for that, which is billions of dollars. And the budget is 680 billion or 780 billion. Well, that's increased a little bit. And plus, he's already taken a part of that and assigned it in another area that would take care of North Korea. But anyway, it'd be so much simpler for China since they carry the leash that's wrapped around that little idiot's neck. All they got to do is put a choke chain on it instead and handle the dog. Be done with it. That's why I say that if they don't do that, we need to just kick them out. That's what everybody else has done to America. And again, Putin screamed for his parliament and the UN about America that they're trying to start a war. And he was making reference to Obama and to Hillary. But what would that war have led into? What would it have done for us if anything would have happened? Well, it would have, number one, sealed our Agenda 21 platform. It would have caved in on top of us and locked us down. Agenda 21 would have landed. We would be instant, overnight socialism, and within months would be full-blown communist, something that Russia will not go back to. They're still socialists, but they're no longer the communists they used to be. When Reagan helped them, starting with tear down that wall in Germany, that was the start of the downfall of communism. Well, even Russia doesn't want to go back to communism. But Russia with Putin, is more guarded for their country against Obama and Hillary than they are for Trump. They're not near as worried today as they were then, because they were screaming in these meetings at the citizens of our country. Wake up, America. Look what your people are about to do. So this is why the last blog and this one kind of ties together. But I want to throw in one more little dog bone here for the wolves out there. We have, I say we're very fortunate to have Jonathan CAHN, a Christian, a Jewish Christian, a rabbi Jewish Christian in our country. He's over the Church of New Jersey, a big church, and he's beginning to have prophecies. He's beginning to be led by God, and his last 2 or 3 books allude to that in a big way. And his latest, called The Paradigm. Look, Jonathan CAHN has his hand on God's pulse right now. These two are communicating, and the reason I'm so itchy here and looking, I'm trying to keep something in play, and I just knocked it off, but that's okay. And but Jonathan CAHN, he's trying to warn America of the things to come. And by that, I want to say this. What has happened is happening again today, except one last part of this paradigm is playing out. That is the Hillary Clinton. That is the one that they have been calling or saying, you know, is Jezebel. Here is Hillary the Jezebel. Yes, she was. Jezebel is over. Jezebel is no more. But there's more to come other than Jezebel. We have Trump. We have a time of peace and of quiet right now with Trump. If Trump continues to do what God wants him to do, we will continue to grow and prosper. But Trump should never let his son-in-law loose again to try to bring peace to Israel, because that brought hurricanes upon this country and wiped out Puerto Rico. I mean, just tore that country up. They'll not build back for 100 years the way they were. But I have to say this, and I don't want to say it, but I know a lot of you are going to listen. There was a deep, deep establishment in Puerto Rico, as well as there is in our country, that had already split that country. The money that we had sent that country for over the years and years was being consumed by the establishment, their establishment. And of course, we had those of this country that were overseers of that country tell me they didn't get part of those funds. Of course they did. That's why that country has lost its way for the last 20 years. That's why it got hit so hard. Whether they'll build back or not is to be seen. But keep your eyes open and your ears open. Watch for and listen to Jonathan CAHN. What has he got next? He's got his fingers on God's pulse today, and God is speaking to him. And when CAHN speaks to us, we need to pay attention. Look, we're going into those end days, guys. Like it or not, we're in those end days. One more quick thing. Jesus was not born December the 25th. He was born in either March or April because the sheep herders were out. Well, they're not out in December because it's too cold. They moved the sheep in March or April. This is why they were out. This is when Christ was born. When he calls the church home, most likely be about that time of the year. Could it be 2018 or 2028? We don't know. But I would look closely at March and April, this next March and April, 2018. Listen to what's in the air, get a feel, and it will kind of tickle your senses to know which way you need to go or how you need to prepare to get ready. That day's coming, guys. Jody Wolf Expoz.